Hi guys, it's Tash. Welcome back to my channel. Long time no see. We are going to be doing a collection and declutter of my lipsticks today, and they're in no particular order, and I'm not going to be putting them back into any particular order either, because after this they're going to be packed because we're moving home, which is one of the reasons I haven't been online. I'm not going to get into it, but unfortunately we're moving, hopefully to somewhere nice in the future. Without further ado, I'm just going to get into it. Okay, so the first lipstick that we have is Pillow Talk by Charlotte Tilbury. Such beautiful packaging. I'm definitely keeping this lipstick. This is what she looks like. This next lipstick is from Revolution, and it is their matte lipstick in the shade Naked. And I'm going to swatch that next to the Charlotte Tilbury one. So you can see the Charlotte Tilbury is a bit more pink in tone. This video isn't about getting rid of lipsticks that look similar or anything like that. I'm mainly going to get rid of old ones and ones that I don't like the formula of. I really don't mind about having similar tones in my collection. This is really old. I don't even know if I can read this anymore. You can see it's so old from my collection. All the words have like rubbed off. It still smells really good. It still smells of like a sweet vanilla. And I'll still swatch it for you. So this is just a lighter pink nude. But the thing is with this is once you put it on your lips, it changes colour and it goes to like a bright pink almost. And I don't know why. It leaves like a bright pink stain on your lips. But it's also really old and I'm just going to get rid of it. This is the Maybelline Super Stay Matte Ink in the colour Poet. I really don't like these, so I'm actually going to declutter this. I find the formula to be sticky and drying at the same time. I know they're quite popular, but I'm just not a fan. But I will swatch that here for you. The next lipstick I have here is from one of the Maybelline Colour Sensational lipsticks, and it's in 710 Sultry Sand. This is really nude. I actually like using this to pop in the middle of the lips. So that's what she looks like just there. As you can see, it's really light lipstick, but I'm going to keep this. And I have another Colour Sensational cream in the shade Almond Hustle. These cream lipsticks are so nice and comfortable. I really like them. This is what this one looks like. It's nice deep. I quite like this one for autumn. Then I've got two Milani lipsticks here. First of all, can we just talk about the packaging? I just think it's so pretty. It catches the light so nicely as well. And this is in the shade Pleasure. And these are their matte formula. Oh, it's not that dissimilar to the Revolution one, but I'm going to keep it because it's a really nice comfort matte formula. The next shade I have here is in Petal, and I really like this for the spring and summer months. So there's a swatch of Petal, and I love this colour for the spring and summer months. This next one here is from Marc Jacobs. It's my only Marc Jacobs lipstick. They went out of business kind of shortly after this collection came out, I think. I think they're coming back though. Are they coming back? I've heard rumours. This is in the shade Oh Miley. It's just a fantastic bright, like pinky red. And I love a red lipstick, so we're definitely keeping her. And again, it's a really nice formula, really comfortable. I'd say it's more of a satin finish than a matte. It's got like a slight sheen to it, but it is so nice and comfortable. This next lipstick here is from Wet n Wild, and this is almost like a bright coral, but I'm not really a fan of it. The formula is nice, and I don't think it definitely didn't cost much. I can't quite remember how much it cost, but the formula is nice. But I'm just not really that into the colour on me. I feel like it really depends on the undertone of the coral, like whether it suits me or not. So, and I just don't feel like this looks the best on me, so I'm going to be decluttering that. This lipstick is from Colourpop, and it's from the Hello Kitty collection, and I think it's called Fun in the Sun. The writing is so tiny. And it's one of their like really creamy, not ultra glossy lips, but it might as well be. It's like a really creamy lipstick. And there it is there, as you can see. It still smells of pineapple, which is really good. And I really like these. These are really nice and comfortable, especially for somebody who gets dry lips. So I'm going to be holding on to this one. I do have another one of these lipsticks right here, and I can't quite tell the name of it because my eyesight is just it's such small writing, but I'm just going to put it right here for you. This is a more fun mid-tone pink version, but unfortunately it smells of raw ingredients, whereas the other one still smells of like pineapple, so I'm going to get rid of this one unfortunately. But these were really nice lipsticks. These teeny tiny lipsticks from Illamasqua, And this is the antimatter lipstick in Bang. Oh no! And unfortunately it's broken, guys, so I'm going to get rid of this one. Again, it's not that dissimilar to Naked from the Revolution line, so if you're interested, there's a cheaper alternative there. But yeah, it's a really nice colour, but it is broken, so I can't be doing with that. It's messy as well. So we're going to declutter that one. Now I come into Anastasia Beverly Hills, and this is the shade Plumeria, which is one of my all-time favourite shades in my collection. And this is not a nude or a red or a mid-tone pink. So there's the swatch of Plumeria there. It's just a really cool bright purple. And I love wearing this in the summer and the autumn and the spring. Not that I follow rules on makeup, I'll just wear my lipsticks anytime I want. But I do love wearing this in spring, summer and autumn in particular. I just think it's a really cool shade. This is from that older collection, you might notice from the packaging. But it's still good, it still smells good, it still performs well, so I'm keeping it. Okay, this next lipstick is a really old Bourjois lipstick in the shade Tweed, and it's their Rouge edition. And this is, I think, my like second or third tube. Bourjois like pulled out of the UK a few years ago, but I noticed on Superdrug that they are slowly creeping back in, so it'd be really interesting to see what they do. You can see how much I used of this second one. There's not too much left. As you can see, it's just a really pretty mauvey nude, but I wore this religiously back in the day, so it is going in the bin now because the texture has changed. You can see it's a little bit streaky going on, and it feels a bit thick and rough on the lips. Okay, this next product is an e.l.f. liquid matte lipstick, and I'm not sure what shade this is in because I seem to have accidentally pulled the shade name off, because unfortunately they're not printed on the tubes, they're printed on the stickers, and I think I must have taken the sticker off by accident. Let's just give her a swatch. It's like a lighter version of that mauvey tweed shade from Bourjois. I don't mind their liquid lipsticks, they're quite comfortable. I wouldn't say they were super long lasting or anything, but they are quite comfortable, and I do like this shade, so I'm going to keep this. And if you want to know how I go by, like how my lipsticks are off or anything, I just go by have they changed texture, colour, smell, anything like that. I've still got lipsticks that are like kind of what you'd probably think is grossly years old in my collection, but they still smell and perform fine, so I'm not chucking them away. I think it's just down to each individual how comfortable you feel with putting something like that on your face or your lips. This next lip shade is definitely quite old. It's Valentine's from Collection, and this is one of my favourite reds at one point, especially from the drugstore. And I am going to declutter this one, as even though I love it, it is really old, and I do have other reds like this, so I'm not going to miss it too much. So the next lipstick I've got here is a Too Faced Melted Lipstick. I do have quite a few of these, so we will come across them in the future, but this is in the shade Sugar Cookie, and I love this. This came out a few Christmases ago with a collection. This is one of my favourite nude lipsticks. You can see I've got a theme going here with my nudes. So anything kind of pinky nude, mauvey nude, anything like that I'm in love with. This still smells amazing. It smells like sugar cookies. I'm definitely keeping this. I'm probably going to keep all of my Too Faced lipsticks. So I've got the Anastasia Beverly Hills liquid lipstick in Sepia here. This I particularly love wearing in autumn. This really nice brown shade, and this formula is still really good. I don't mind the Anastasia Beverly Hills formula of liquid lipsticks. I know some people find them drying, and for someone who has really dry lips, I find that interesting that I don't. If I do find any of my lipsticks are drying me out though, I will put a lip balm underneath, and I think that helps. How cool is this packaging? I've got one of these Clinique lipsticks from the holidays. I do have a collection of them in here somewhere. And this is in Mocha Pop, and this is what it looks like. It's that kind of like reddish terracotta shade at the top here. So pretty. I'm going to keep this. I really like this. Again, autumn. It just gives me like straight up autumn vibes, so I'm definitely keeping this. Then I have some of my ultra matte lipsticks from Maybelline, and this is in the shade More Mauve. I love this colour. It's a straight up like pinky mauve. It's really beautiful. I love the formula once again. I find that it's quite long lasting, and it's a really nice matte formula. I actually really like this line. Maybelline probably makes some of my favourite ever lipsticks, and they're really not that expensive. I've just found another one of theirs. I know I have more of these. This one here is in the shade More Scarlet. I'll give you a swatch. I'll put it next to this red from Collection here. I'm trying to get this particular lipstick to focus. This is a Huda Beauty liquid matte in the shade Savage. Again, I really like this formula, it's nice and comfortable. It's a really deep mauve, and I really do like the formula with Huda Beauty's liquid lipsticks. Again, I wouldn't say they were super long lasting on the lips, they do fade down during the day and I do find I have to reapply them, but I do really like it. This here is a liquid lipstick from Kat Von D in the shade Exorcism. I don't like this formula. This is the old formula. I know they've been reformulated. I haven't had a chance to try the new formula yet. But I just find it feels almost like gritty on the lips and just really not comfortable, and it dries my lips out. Even if I put a lip balm underneath, it's just not the best. This is the shade here. It's really beautiful. I do like the shade, but I don't like the formula, so this is going to go. I have another one of these mini Huda Beauty liquid matte lipsticks, and this is in the shade Venus. I think this come in a collection, so again you'll see a few of these around. Sorry if the order's bugging you. The reason it's not in order is I was going to just pack these, so I did, and I then decided, oh, actually I'm going to declutter everything before I move, because I don't want to take loads of stuff with me that I do not need to take, so I just kind of put them back in there randomly. Put her here. Just a really nice brownie nude colour. So I'm going to keep this. I've already said I like the formula, so we're definitely keeping her. We have one of the Maybelline Powder Matte lipsticks in the shade Smoky Taupe. I live for these kind of dead lips kind of shades, and that's what they look like on me because I'm really pale, so they pull very kind of purpley grey on me. And once again, I love Maybelline's lipstick formula. I love the powder formula. It's very comfort matte. So we're going to be keeping her. I've just come across another one of these very awesomely packaged Clinique lipsticks, and this is in the shade Nude Pop. And it's just your basic everyday pinky nude. And these are more of like a creamy formula. Not too creamy, but just creamy enough where they're not going to smear off the lips. In fact, they have quite a good staying power for a creamy lipstick. I remember Emily Noel recommending these in one of her Christmas videos, and the packaging really got to me, and I know it shouldn't, but it did, and I bought them. I'm glad I did. I have the Huda Beauty lipstick in the shade Dirty 30, and this is one of those, well, on me it's a very smoky, purpley, I'm kind of looking dead shade. But I really love it. I love the formula. And I have one of her cream lipsticks, and this is in the shade Angel. And guys, this is so pretty. I'll swatch it just there. It's just a really pretty pinky nude shade. How many pinky nudes do I need? Well, apparently all of them. So I'm keeping her. From the Maybelline Shine Brilliant collection, I told you I had a lot of Maybelline lipsticks. This is in the shade Spicy Mauve. There it is just there, the perfect autumn shade. Reminds me of pumpkin pie, even though I don't like pumpkin pie. I love the smell of it, it reminds me of autumn, but the taste of it, I just can't. Anyway, we are keeping her. From Beauty Bakery, I have this in a cardboard packaging. It's Apple Acai, and I believe this is a bright red shade. And again, this is like more of a pinky red shade compared to this one here from Marc Jacobs. Me trying to justify all the red shades that I'm keeping. We are keeping her. I really like this formula from Beauty Bakery. I don't know if you guys remember these, but we have one of these Revlon Ultra Matte lip colours. This I don't know the name of. I can't seem to find the name of it anywhere, so I'll swatch it for you anyway. But this is really old. The smell, it smells rancid, and I didn't like the smell anyway. Some kind of tropical smell, but it just didn't vibe with me, so, or I didn't vibe with it. But I put that up here. Again, it's just a really nice nude shade. I liked the formula, I just wasn't a fan of the smell, so that's gonna go. Moving on to MAC, we've got a powder matte lipstick here, and this is in the shade Sultriness. This is just a really pretty mid-tone pink shade. And I love the powder matte formula. If you're not a fan of the retro matte formula, which Ruby Woo is in, then you find that way too drying. Again, I recommend using a lip balm under that formula, but try the powder matte formula. It's definitely a much nicer comfort matte. Now we have a full-size Huda Beauty liquid matte lipstick, and this is in the shade Lover. We'll go around and we'll swatch that with the reds. So there's Lover. It's not too dissimilar to that shade I just swatched from Beauty Bakery, Apple Acai. So I probably don't need both, but guess what? I'm keeping it. Moving on to my one and only Hourglass lipstick, which I have a love-hate relationship with this packaging. I love the packaging in general. I just wish they didn't have a beetle on there because I hate insects. Any kind of insect, it just, no. I was going to say it bugs me, and there was no pun intended in that. It's called Red Zero and it's made without carmines, and it's actually a really cool story behind it. So it's a cruelty-free red lipstick. The component is just so beautiful, and it's one of those really ultra thin lipsticks. So I'm going to put this near my reds. This is what true Red Zero looks like. You could only achieve that colour with carmine, I believe. If you can just see my knee popping in and out, it's because I'm sitting down at the side of the camera. I have fibromyalgia and I'm having a bit of a flare up today, so I can't stand for huge amounts of time. Here is the MAC and Kelly Osbourne lipstick, and this is in the shade Dodgy Girl. This is old, but it still smells like vanilla and it still performs amazingly. And this is one of my favourite spring lipsticks to wear. It's just a bright, like lavender shade. It's so pretty. So that's it just there. I'm actually going to keep this. I know it's old, I know it's gross, but I'm keeping it. Another one of those Clinique lipsticks from the collection. This is in Bear Pop. And again, this is the colour here, just a beautiful nudie pink shade. And Emily Noel was not kidding about this formula, which is why I'm probably going to keep them all. This here is a lipstick I got in a subscription box. It's by Bella Pierre, and it's in the shade Envy. I really like the colour of this. Really nice, like deep terracotta shade. And again, I do like those shades for autumn, so we're going to be keeping her. Next lipstick here is a liquid lipstick from e.l.f. and it's in the shade Power Mauve. It's one of their, it's not a liquid lipstick, sorry, it's one of their glossy lip stains. Which I thought they were okay, but I find that they don't really leave a stain. So I was a bit underwhelmed with it. But that's Power Mauve right there. So for that reason, I'm actually going to declutter that one. We have another Maybelline Colour Sensational in the shade Pleasure Me Red. So I'll swatch that near my red shades for you. And again, this doesn't look too dissimilar from these first two. I feel like they have a little bit more pink in them. But yeah, I'm going to keep her. This next one is pretty old. Who remembers the NYX Butter lipsticks? I remember when they were all the rage on YouTube years ago. This shade is in Razzle Fiesta, which is a really fun bright pink shade. I rarely reach for these, although I really like the formula. I've got to be honest with myself, I rarely reach for them. I do rotate around my makeup. I'm not one of those people that will just stick with one colour the whole time. So I try to go through all my lipsticks and my eyeshadow palettes. As impossible as that sounds, I will rotate them. I don't find myself reaching for this particular lipstick at the moment, so she's going to get decluttered. Another Maybelline lipstick. This is in the shade Tantalising Taupe, and as you can see from the bullet, I have used... Oh, no you can't. As you can see from the bullet, I've used a ton. It's one of my favourite shades. I've gone through a couple of these. Being pale, I find this to be one of the perfect nudes on me. So I'm definitely not good. This is absolutely going nowhere. Next up, we have one of these lipsticks from L'Oreal. It's the Colour Riche lipstick in the shade No Cliché. Again, this is like another really comfortable matte formula. There she is there. I have about 20 million shades just like her. But these are relatively new to my collection, and I'm going to keep them because I just find them to be really comfortable and they're really easy shades to reach for. And I find they're easier to go through as well. Sticking with that line, I have another one of those in the shade No Obstacles, and it's not that dissimilar to No Cliché. No Cliché is just there, No Obstacles just there. I would say this is just a hint deeper. But yeah, I really like this formula. I don't like the smell, it's very floral, but there we go, I do like the formula. We have another e.l.f. liquid lipstick. This is a sheer matte liquid lipstick in the shade Poppy. It actually looks more like a magenta, but it's a really pretty shade and I'm going to keep it. We have another butter lipstick from NYX, and this is in the shade Hot Tamale. I used to absolutely love this shade. It's like a bright tomato, like orangey red, and I don't know if I have anything like that in my collection, so I might hold on to that one even though these are pretty old. When I say they're pretty old, they came over to the UK a lot later than they were when they were available in the US, but they're still pretty old. You know, it's just me making excuses. I have a lipstick here from Rimmel London, and it's the Kate Moss collection. As you can see, it's not that dissimilar, maybe a little bit brighter than the Hourglass Red Zero. I'm not sure that they make these anymore. I think I got these a few years ago, so... But I feel like I don't need this because I've got Red Zero, and it will make me want to use my Red Zero up more if I don't have this particular shade here. So I'm actually going to get rid of this one. Another Maybelline Colour Sensational Cream, and this is in the shade Rosy Risk, and it is the perfect pinky nude shade, just like all the 1,000 others that I've swatched so far, and we are going to keep her. We have another e.l.f. Sheer Matte Liquid Lipstick, and this is in the shade Nude Rose. This is what it looks like. I do like the Sheer Matte formula. It's kind of easy to wear and put, it's just easy to put on and wear, and it fades quite nicely. So I'm going to hold on to that one. This next lipstick is from Colourpop, and this is in Golden Beach. And this is probably going to go nowhere, because this is in collaboration with Barbie. This is going nowhere. It's just the perfect mid-tone nude shade on me. We have this collab with Hocus Pocus, and this is in the shade Winnie, and again this is another red shade just like that Red Zero, but I'm keeping this because it's a collab with Hocus Pocus, whereas I don't have as much attachment to the Kate Red #1, so obviously I'm hanging on to the Hocus Pocus collab. This next lipstick is from Revlon, and it's the Colour Stay Satin Ink in Partner in Crime. This is the only one I have. I know there's a collection out there if they still sell them. And this comes up like a light maybe pink on me, and I do really like the colour, so I'm going to keep this shade. Next up is Too Faced Gingerbread Man. This is one of my favourite all time, as you can imagine, autumn fall scents. Drink every time I say autumn. But it smells amazing and sweet. This is the shade here. If I can get in focus. Just a beautiful kind of brickish reddish brown. And the Too Faced formula is one of my favourite formulas of liquid lipstick. It's so comfortable, and I feel like it lasts most of the day. I have a Revlon lipstick here in Rose Wine, and here is a swatch. It's not actually a bad formula at all. It's just nice and more like a satin lipstick, and it's really comfortable on the lips. This here is the last of the butter lipsticks that I have, I'm pretty sure, and this is in the shade Hunk. This is in a really cool fuchsia shade, and I don't seem to have swatched anything like this yet, so I might keep this and see if I've got anything else like it in my collection. Okay, I've got a NYX Suede Matte lipstick here, and this is in Lavender and Lace, and I sought after this lipstick because, again, I will swatch it near these smoky tones, but it is one of those smoky I have dead lips kind of shades, and I absolutely, as I told you before, I absolutely love those shades, so I'm going to be keeping this. It's almost like a brighter version of this shade just here, which I forget who that's by, so I've swatched so many lipsticks now. I have a non-limited edition Too Faced matte liquid lipstick in the shade Cool Girl. Definitely keeping this. It's just my perfect nude shade. It's 26 degrees outside, and the UK is not used to this, so my room is like a sauna. So I'm going to try and hurry this along a little bit because we've got more lipsticks to go through. I've got one of these e.l.f. liquid lipsticks. I think they're like the creme lipsticks. And this is in the shade Taffy Caramel. These are really new to my collection, so I'm not going to get rid of it. But that's what it looks like there. Fun mid-tone pink shade. I've got a Rimmel Stay Matte in Plum This Show right here. This is a liquid lipstick. I wasn't a big fan of these liquid lipsticks. I know they were huge online, but I just found the texture, it's like a moussey texture. I just found it not to last that long on the lips at all, so, and especially with this kind of colour, I want it to last long on the lips, so I'm going to declutter this. I have another Sugar Cookie lipstick from Too Faced, so I've got two of these. I think it came in the second collection of liquid lipsticks that came out one Christmas a couple of years ago. So I don't need to swatch this one because I swatched it earlier, but I am definitely keeping this. Now this is really old and it's separated in the tube, you might be able to see just there. This is one of those ultra matte liquid lipstick in Le Chocolat. It smells slightly of chocolate and slightly rancid, so I'm just going to get rid of these. I don't think you can get these anymore. I have another Anastasia Beverly Hills lipstick in the shade Soft Touch. This is like, again, my perfect nude, so I'm going to keep this. Okay, I've washed my hand and I am all sorts of stained, so let's carry on. We've got another Huda Beauty liquid matte lipstick, and this is in the shade Billionaire. It's a beautiful rich chocolate brown shade. Definitely keeping that because I think I only have a couple of those kind of shades in my collection. Maybelline Shine Brilliant lipstick in Chocolate Lust. Brownie nude shade. Those shades really complement each other there. You can see how creamy and comfortable this looks to wear though. It's so nice, especially in the autumn and winter months when my lips are at their driest. I got a bunch of soft matte liquid lipstick formulas in my calendar a year or so ago, and it's not my favourite formula. I find that it doesn't last all day and it tends to crumble on my lips for some reason. So this is in the shade Copenhagen, but I actually know someone who will love this. I feel like it's a bit dried out though, but there it is there. You can see how dried out it is. Maybe I won't pass that on to them. But yeah, I just find them a bit crumbly and powdery on my lips and I just don't like the texture. So I'm going to get rid of that one. We have another Too Faced melted lipstick in the shade Hot Toddy. You bet, again, I'm keeping this. I have more of these Ultra Matte lipsticks. Again, another great comfort matte where they last really long. This is in the shade More Ruby. That's what she looks like, and I'm definitely keeping her. Don't care how many reds are in my collection, I love a good red. And the other shade I have here is in More Taupe. Perfect taupey nude shade, keeping her as well. I can't remember the name of this collection, but this is in the shade I Rule. And this is in a pinky mauve shade, there it is there. I am going to keep this because I haven't used it that much and I kind of forgotten what the formula's like, so I couldn't really tell you. So I'm going to keep this and try it out. We have another one of these Superstain Matte Ink shades, and this is in the shade Pioneer. I've already told you I don't like this formula, so I'm not going to swatch it. It's just a red shade and I'm just going to pop it down here and it's going to get decluttered. I have another L'Oreal lipstick here in the shade Mocha Chic. This is what she looks like. Again, it smells really floral, which is not my favourite, but I do love the shade. It's a really nice soft kind of pinky nude. I have a mini MAC lipstick here in the shade Chili. Absolutely love. It's this just really cool brooky orangey red shade. I'm trying to speed through this because I've got so many to go through and I feel like my memory card's going to run out of storage, and also I am absolutely melting in this room. Anastasia Beverly Hills Maud liquid lipstick. This one is a bit dried out. I think I got this before Sepia, so I am going to declutter this one. This is a Beauty Bakery liquid lipstick in Versailles. This is beautiful, another mauvey shade. What do you know? We're going to be keeping her. I have just one of these Nabla lipsticks that came out a year or so ago in Backbeat. Again, it's just my perfect light nude shade, so I'm going to be keeping that. It goes along the lines with like Tantalizing Taupe from Maybelline if you're interested in that. I have this e.l.f. liquid matte liquid lipstick with no name on once again, but it's just like a brownie or mauvey nude, yeah, brownie nudie shade. I'm actually going to pass that one along because I have so many and I like other formulas more. I have another Stay Matte liquid lip colour. This is another formula that I don't like, so I'm going to declutter. I have another Hocus Pocus lipstick here in the shade Sarah. It's like a deep winey shade. I'm definitely keeping that. I love Hocus Pocus. And I thought Hocus Pocus 2 was also amazing. Another Colourpop Barbie lipstick. This is in the shade Malibu. It's that classic Barbie pink, so we are going to be keeping her. And then we have another Barbie lipstick in the shade Dream House, and that's a classic pinky nude shade. Keeping this one as well. Maybelline Colour Sensational in Ravishing Rose. And while I don't mind it, it's not my favourite, it doesn't blow me away. It almost looks more like a stain there swatched, but I'm going to declutter this one. I have an Anastasia Beverly Hills lipstick in the shade Trust Issues. This shade just here, I am keeping her. I absolutely love that colour. I have one of these L'Oreal Coloris Shines. I absolutely love these. These are really easy to pop on. This is in the shade Topless. Just a really shiny nude shade. Absolutely stunning, keeping her. I've got another one of these Maybelline cream lipsticks, and this is in Bare Reveal. As you can see, the L'Oreal Brilliant Shine is definitely shinier and creamier, but these are really super comfortable. I've got another one of these Clinique lipsticks in Berry Pop. There it is there. It's like a cranberry shade almost. I'm definitely keeping that. I don't think I've got one of those yet. I have another one of these e.l.f. Sheer Matte liquid lipsticks in the shade... I have kept a couple of these sheer mattes, but I feel like I've covered ground with this colour, and although I said I wasn't going to get rid of things just based on having too many of the same colour, I am trying to downsize my collection. So especially for moving. It's going to make it easier for moving, so I'm going to get rid of that shade. And then I have another e.l.f. liquid matte lipstick in Blushing Rose. Again, I just dropped it, but there it is. Again, I'm going to declutter that because I have like a million of the same. I have another Kat Von D liquid lipstick here, and this is in Requiem. It's the old formula. I don't think you can get these anymore. Like I said, I don't like the Kat Von D formula, so that's going to go. This lipstick from Too Faced is quite special to me because my partner bought it for me when they were playing in Germany on tour a few years back, and this is in the shade Fairy Tears, and it's one of those where should I put it, kind of iridescent pinky lipsticks, but if you put over other lipsticks it really changes the colour of them. Another one of those Stay Matte from Rimmel liquid lipsticks that I don't like. It's separated, so that can go. I have a full-size Illamasqua lipstick here in the shade Flash, and it's broken! What is it with Illamasqua lipsticks? That's the shade it is there. I was going to keep that because it is a like really bright hot pink, a bit like my nails, but it is it's broken. Apparently Illamasqua lipsticks just break on me, so that's going to go in the bin. We have Maybelline Cream in Rose Embrace, and that's what it looks like. I'm definitely keeping that. We have a MAC liquid lipstick here. This is the Retro Matte in Ruby Few. Just that red shade right there. I love Ruby Woo. It can be quite drying on my lips because I do get very dry lips, but I tend to put a lip balm underneath it, and the same with this because this can be quite drying as well because it's just the Retro Matte in liquid formula. We have the Anastasia Beverly Hills liquid lipstick in Cotton Candy. This is what she looks like. It's just this shade here, which I absolutely love for spring, so I'm going to keep that one. We have another one of these mini Huda Beauty lipsticks in the shade Legend. That's it just there, and I've already said how much I like this formula, so I'm going to keep that one. We have a mini liquid lipstick from Kat Von D in Double Dare, but again, I don't like the formula, so that's going. The shade name on this is so tiny, but this is one of the Wet n Wild Cloud Pout Marshmallow lipsticks. I wasn't that impressed with it, if I'm honest. I find that it went on quite streaky. Its swatch is quite streaky as well, so I'm going to get rid of that one. I think this is the final Colourpop Hocus Pocus lipstick that I have in Mary, and it goes without saying we are keeping her. It's just a bright berry red, like a cranberry red. It's really pretty. Now this is old school, and I keep this in my collection. I don't really wear it. This is from the Hello Kitty collection from MAC, and I just can't bring myself to get rid of it. I am feeling like I might empty the bullet out and keep it as like I've seen people use put like hair clips and things inside them, like hairpins. So I might do that with the component, but this is what she looks like. I will swatch her. As you can see, I have used a fair amount over the years. We have another Huda Beauty matte lipstick in Masquerade, and this is a really deep purple colour. Absolutely stunning. I'm going to keep that. It's almost like a blackened purple. We have another one of these L'Oreal Ultra Matte Le Chocolat. I'm going to get rid because it's off and rancid. We have one of these Maybelline Super Stay lipsticks with the kind of gloss on the bottom that helps to make it comfortable. I'm going to get rid of this. I actually don't mind this formula, but I just don't tend to reach for it that often, if I'm honest. I can't tell you the name because it is so tiny, or can I? No, just it's number 185, but it is so tiny my eyesight is not what it used to be. So another one of these e.l.f. lipsticks in the shade Creme. This is one of those really pale nudes that I like to stick in the centre, just like the one from Maybelline that we swatched earlier, so I'm going to keep that. I have this lipstick from Beauty Bay in Tea, and I was honestly quite impressed with this formula from Beauty Bay. It's a really comfortable matte formula, and again it's just a really nice nudie shade. Okay, this is the corresponding shade to Gingerbread. This is Gingerbread Girl, and this is what it looks like. So pretty. Oh my god, I know I say it all the time, but they smell incredible. I have a mini liquid lipstick in Bottomless by Too Faced. It's just a beautiful mid-tone pink shade. I'm going to keep that. Possibly my favourite formula ever of liquid lipstick. I have one of these Maybelline Bold lipsticks in Midnight Blue. I was quite disappointed in this formula because I found it really patchy. You might be able to see it going on. It does go on the lips really patchy. It would be okay over like a blue lip liner or something like that, but I just can't be bothered dealing with it because I'm lazy, so I wanted to go on perfect first time, so I'm going to get rid of this. This is an oldie but a goodie. This is Fuchsia Flash by Maybelline. It's almost like a bright, I don't feel like it's coming up true to colour on camera, but it's like a bright neon pink. I'm going to be keeping that. This next shade is from MAC, and this is in Pure Heroin, and I believe they came out in collaboration with Lord for this one. I don't think it was a thing with Lord, I think Lord was just promoting it. But again, it's just another beautiful deep purple. I'm going to be keeping that one, so I've only got a couple of those. Another creme lipstick from e.l.f. in Cider. These are quite new to me, so I'm going to be keeping them all. That's what it looks like just there. Another NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream. I'm going to see if this one swatches. Swatches okay. This is in the shade Monte Carlo. It's actually really pretty, but I'm going to get rid of it. I have another Too Faced liquid lipstick here in Candy Cane. There's a really pretty pinky red. Keeping it. Oh, it smells so minty as well. I love that. This is a Besame lipstick, and it is the Sleeping Beauty lipstick. This is what it looks like. How cool is the shape of that lipstick? I love it. And that's what it looks like just in there. Sorry, that's the worst swatch ever. I'm running out of space again. Keeping that. I have another Charlotte Tilbury lipstick here. I love this packaging. This is in K-Pop Romance. It's a really nice berry shade. I'm going to be keeping that. And then we have a mini Gingerbread Man, which I'm definitely keeping. Okay, if you think that was it, there's more. So my hand is definitely stained. I have tried to wipe it off as best I can, but it's okay. It's going to get covered in more lipstick. I have the Dose of Colour liquid lipstick in the shade Stone. I love this shade. This is what Stone looks like. Just that perfect mauvey shade. I have another NYX Soft Matte. I'm going to just declutter that. I have this liquid lipstick in the shade Cinnamon Bear from Too Faced. We all know I'm going to keep this. This is what Cinnamon Bear looks like. I've got some more of these Maybelline Ultra Matte lipsticks. I'm going to be keeping all of these because they're quite new to my collection. This is in the shade More Blush, and this one is in the shade More Buff. I have a mini Too Faced liquid lipstick in the shade Ladyballs. Definitely keeping her. And she's not limited edition as far as I'm aware. This one here is a Caramel Apple from Too Faced. This is what she looks like just here. Keeping. And I have another Cinnamon Bear in the mini version. So that's the mini version and that's the large version. They're both the same colour. Then we have the Too Faced Melted Matte Liquid Lipstick in Cinnamon Bun. And this is really kind of cool tone taupey colour. I really like that. I have this lipstick from Dolce & Gabbana. I'm not sure what the shade is. It's 9C, but again, the writing is almost like transparent on the wrapper. On the sticker, sorry. But that's what it looks like. It's just a really nice, beautiful, soft nude colour. Keeping that. Again, that's quite new to my collection. I've missed another one of these Maybelline lipsticks, the Ultimates. This is in the shade More Rust, and that's what it looks like there. We're keeping that. This is Cherry Pop from that Clinique Christmas collection. This is what the bullet looks like. This is what the swatch looks like. It's like a pink, very pink heavy red. I would say almost more pink. It's really red in the component. I have the Wet n Wild Liquid Katsu in Rebel Rose. This is getting on, it has separated, so I'm going to be getting rid of it. I don't mind the formula of these, but I just find that they go bad quickly on me and I don't really know why. I've got another one of these lipsticks from the Hello Kitty and Colourpop collection. This is in Hello Fruity. This again smells like raw ingredients. I will show you the lipstick though. That's what it looks like. Just like a really nice reddish coral colour, but I am going to get rid of it. I have another one of these Maybelline Creme Brilliant lipsticks, and this is in the shade Baddest Beige. Perfect nude for my lips because I have really pale lips. Going to keep that. I have more of these mini lipsticks from my calendar a year or so ago from NYX, the soft matte lip creams. This one is in Stockholm, this is Leon, and this is Budapest. They're all going. I've Got another one of these Colory Shine lipsticks from L'Oreal, and this is in Beige in the City. Really easy to throw on, going to be keeping that. I have another powder matte lipstick by, I keep wanting to say liquid lipstick and I mean lipstick, by MAC, and this is in the shade Ripened. So that's the shade there, going to be keeping that. I have another Too Faced liquid lipstick, believe it or not, in My Type. There's My Type, I'm going to be keeping that. I have some more Too Faced limited edition liquid lipsticks here in the Melted Matte. We've got Hot Buttered Rum. There's Hot Buttered Rum. Oh my god, that smells amazing. Another powder matte lipstick from MAC in P is for Potent. And there's P is for Potent. It's just that really nice purple there. Going to keep that. I have Great Pink Planet from the Unicorn collection from Lime Crime. I am going to get rid of this because I just never really reach for it, and the ingredients smell a little bit off now. So I love the packaging, but that was from the second round, not the first round. Another mini matte liquid lipstick by NYX in Copenhagen, that's going to go. I have this really old sleek lipstick in Hot Toddy. I think this can go because I've got that Dodgy Gal by MAC and Kelly Osbourne. I have the Viva Glam Miley Cyrus by MAC. This is what she looks like. I'll put her straight there. Just that beautiful hot pink colour, we're going to keep that. We have the Colour Sensational in Magnetic Magenta. Love that colour, we're going to keep that. And lastly, we have an Urban Decay Vice lipstick in the shade Venom, which I absolutely love for the autumn, and I am going to keep. Right after I stopped filming, I realised I had forgotten this collection of Lime Crime liquid lipsticks here. There are 10 liquid lipsticks in this pack. One is actually in my handbag at the moment, but I'm not going to be getting rid of any of these. I really like them. I started out with 143 lipsticks, and I got rid of 39, so I now have 104. I wanted to go to below 100. I didn't really have a target, if I'm honest, but I did want to go below 100, but with those Lime Crimes it kind of takes me over that target just by 4, so I'm not too annoyed by that. I wasn't trying to get rid of lipstick willy-nilly in order to just come up with a big like declutter total or anything like that, so I feel like this is more manageable for me. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more videos like this, and I will see you in my next one.